you're cutting into the beans. Do not want to cut into the beans. So when you cut a cocoa pod, you take your cutting implement, in this case a little meat cleaver. As you strike the pod, you're turning it. As you rotate it, as you strike, these are the Geico geckos, by the way, you see them on TV. They got a British accent, they sell auto insurance. And you make sure your fingers are not in the way when you're striking this thing. And then when you breach the pod, it reveals the cocoa beans. Now these cocoa beans have no semblance of a taste or a smell of chocolate whatsoever. They're very citric, very sweet, very clean to the sense of taste as well as smell. Now notice a thick wall pod, 90% of the weight is in the pod itself. Some of the wall structures can be as much as a ½ inch thick. But the pod was designed that way for a reason, in order to entomb the beans in an airtight container, so that none of the atmospheric conditions could penetrate through that thick wall of the pod, adversely affecting the condition of the cocoa beans before they were officially open. Mother Nature decided to put a white slimy coating on every bean. It's a sugar yeast mucilage coating known as PUMA, P-U-M-A. Mother Nature put that white slimy coating on every bean for a reason. And she knew as man evolved through the years, they would eventually figure it out, and they did. The beans are now exposed to the environment. In the environment is the oxygen. The oxygen in the environment becomes the catalyst that precipitates the yeast in the coating to start converting sugar to alcohol to CO2. That's your basic fermentation chemical reaction. The subtle byproduct of the chemical reaction is heat. So as these beans are now exposed to the environment as well as the oxygen in the environment, they will eventually start to ferment. As they start to ferment, each one of these beans have been given the ability to be able to take the byproduct of heat from the chemical reaction that's occurring and direct that heat to the surface of the bean, creating a surface heat known as ectothermal energy. Mother Nature gave these beans the ability, once they're exposed to the environment, they can generate their own surface heat and heat themselves up for one reason, to take that white slimy coating off. This is what the Geico geckos waiting for. Now when the white slimy coating is off the bean, it reveals a rusty colored shell, which you're going to test for all the beans in the drying bin as you walk by. And immediately under the shell is the pure meat of the chocolate, known as the chocolate nib. NIB, this is the pure meat of the chocolate. And this is what actually goes into your bods when you eat chocolate, is what chocolate's made of.